YouTube, what is going on, Lakers family? In today's video, we're going to be talking about Austin Reaves and the Lakers and some other topics in this video. But before we get straight into the video, guys, I'd really appreciate if you could do me a favor, is drop a like in this video, smash the subscribe button. I'm really trying to reach my next goal at 3K subs. And the only way I could do that is if you guys support this channel and also turn on notification bell so you guys get notified for future Lakers videos on this channel. And if you guys want to be part of this Lakers community, I'd really appreciate that a lot. Now, starting with the Los Angeles Lakers, last night we did face, a tough Boston Celtics team on the road, which is not easy to do at the Garden, one of the hardest places to play at. But we won, which was the most important thing. We were playing team basketball. I really liked the chemistry. Players were feeding the ball, and they really had fun out there. Great team, Lakers basketball, right? Now, we won by the final score of 114 to 105 in Boston, and 105 is like the new 95 in today's modern-day NBA. Now, I want to shout out Austin Reaves because the way he played last night, he was really focused. He wanted to prove the doubters wrong, and he scored 32 points. He led the team in scoring. He had 3 assists, 2 rebounds. He was a plus 16. He shot 55.6% from the field, 10 out of 18 from the field, which was a season high for him, and he shot 7 out of 10 from 3. So he missed 3 three-pointers, and he shot 5 out of 7 from the free throw line. So he missed 2 free throws, and he hit 7 threes in the clutch in that game, right? So he hit big-time shots, big-time plays, and that's what big-time players do. They hit clutch shots in the big moments, and he's very good, very underrated, and I will say he outscored Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Their 2 stars combined for 31 points and shot 12 out of 33 from the field. That is awful, and this is a hot take, but my personal opinion, I feel like Austin Reaves does have the potential to be a superstar, and it goes to show because LeBron James and Anthony Davis did not play last night in the game. Also, Cam Reddish, we missed our 2 best stars on our team, and that should go to show that Austin Reaves is our 3rd best player behind LeBron James and Anthony Davis. And last night, since they did not play, Austin Reaves was our number 1 option. So he was the hero of the game, and he showed up in the postseason, not only in the first round against the Grizzlies and in the semifinals against the Warriors and in the Western Conference Finals. He was arguably our 3rd best player behind, LeBron James, Anthony Davis. He was hitting clutch shots. He was, creating contact, trying to draw fouls, getting to the free throw line, and he was hitting half-court shots. He hit a buzzer beater before halftime against the Golden State Warriors, but he's very clutch. He has that killer in him. Something about him just tells you how good he is, and there's a reason why the Lakers, really value Austin Reaves, and they covet him. You know why the Lakers don't want to trade him? Because if they trade him, they're going to regret it, right? And there's a reason why these teams want Austin Reaves. They covet him. And they're thinking, since he's our 3rd option behind LeBron James and Anthony Davis, if we put him on the Hawks, he could be our 2nd option behind Trae Young in the backcourt. So it would make perfect sense for, the Atlanta Hawks. But for the Lakers, I just don't see them doing that. I don't see that happening. And the Lakers offered, D'Angelo Russell, our rookie, J.Lo Ficino, which he was a 17th overall pick in this year's 2023 NBA draft, and also offered a 2029 first-round pick in draft compensation, but the Hawks said no. They really want Austin Reaves, and the Lakers said no, right? So both teams have to come to an agreement in a trade, and there's a reason why this trade hasn't happened yet. It's on hold, so it can pick up at the trade deadline or closer. It's February 2 as I'm recording this video, and the trade deadline is on February 8th. Now, shout out D'Angelo Russell because he was setting up guys open for shots, getting to the rim, and he was playmaking. He had 14 assists, 16 points, even though he didn't drop 30 points. But even when he's not showing up offensively, not dropping 30 points, still dropping at least 12 to 16 points, then that's cool, right? Because at least he's doing other stuff, but not having 9 points like he did against the Atlanta Hawks on the road, where he did struggle, but he was due for a game to struggle, but he's been going crazy over the past month or so. I give him credit, but I want to see him prove me wrong in the postseason, even if we keep him. But I will say I will give him credit because he's been going crazy, and when he plays bad, I call him out. But when he plays good, I give him his flowers, I give him his props and his credit. I keep the same energy. I'm not like you guys, casual fans will say, oh, we shouldn't keep Ospreys. Oh, we should trade him. We should keep D'Angelo Russell. That is crazy, right? You don't just trade Ospreys just to trade him. And I bet those are not even Lakers fans. Those are probably casual fans that don't even watch the game. He's a bucket, coldest white boy in the NBA, right? And, Boston thought they were going to come in here, beat the Lakers. And the Lakers really proved everybody wrong. They shocked the world, and that's what they did last night, right? So the Lakers' record is 25-25. We're the 9th seed in Western Conference, and we're 6-4 in the last 10 games. So we're back at least 500, and we snapped our 2-game losing streak, losing to the Hawks on the road without Anthony Davis. And the game before that, we lost to the Houston Rockets on the road. Now, for the Boston Celtics, they do have, the best record in the NBA. I believe they're like 37-12. They're the first seed in the Eastern Conference, and they're 7-3 in the last 10 games. If you mean to tell me that we're going to win the game without LeBron James, Anthony Davis, I would think you're lying because I wouldn't believe you. But they surprised me, and I was super excited because the Lakers have shown in games that they can be one of the best teams in the league, and then the next game they'll go over there and play like one of the worst teams in the league. But it's just about consistency, and I will say Jared Vanderbilt was like the star of the game defensively. He set the tone defensively. He was getting deflections. I believe he had like 5 deflections like in the first half, but got injured in the first half, like a sore right ankle, sore right foot. But I do wish him a speedy recovery. Hopefully he doesn't miss a week or so, but hopefully it's a game or so, miss a couple games. That's what I mean. I almost lost my train of thought, but I do wish him a speedy recovery. And even though he was getting back on defense, carrying this Lakers team defensively, especially missing, Cam, his perimeter defense, but Jared Vanderbilt's arguably our best perimeter defensive player on this team. And I will say Anthony Davis is our best, defensive anchor on this team defensively in the paint. But I will say I really liked his defense. He was poised. He was getting after it. He was very physical. He had that sense of urgency for this Lakers team, and he was getting, rebounds. He had 7 rebounds, 10 points. He's starting to come on his own, getting his rhythm back, 3 steals, 2 assists, plus 17. He shot 42.9% from the field, 3 out of 7 from the field, 2 out of 3 from the three-point line. He shot 2 out of 2 from the free throw line, and he had 3 turnovers, which he needs to be careful of that. But this really exposed Darvin Ham because he had not too many options. He had to play these players in the lineup, and they were very limited. So the Lakers had to play him, and the Lakers, they got to make a trade ASAP because we cannot wait, later. We need to make a trade sooner rather than later because we got 6 days until the trade deadline. And then Jackson Hayes, he played his best game as a Laker. I mean, he had 10 rebounds, 16 points, 3 steals, 2 assists. He shot 75% from the field, 6 out of 8 from the field, and 4 out of 5 from the free throw line. I remember there was a time in that game where, Ospreys was trying to go for a floater, and, Jackson Hayes got the rebound, and he just punished, Kristaps Porzingis and I believe Ani Mosquita. So he put him in their place last night. He played really good. And check this out. The Boston Celtics had 3 guys in double figures, and those guys were Jason Tatum. He had 23 points. He shot terrible from the field, 38.1% from the field, 8 out of 21 from the field, 5 out of 10 from the three-point line, negative 12. Porzingis, 17 points, 1 out of 7 from 3, negative 22. Sam Hauser, very good three-point shooter. He had 17 points, plus 6. And then Jaylen Brown, he went missing. That's one of the reasons why they lost. He had 8 points. You're not going to win games if one of your best players on your team doesn't show up. 8 points is pathetic, especially for a guy who's getting the richest contract in NBA history. He was a negative 20. He shot terrible from the field, 33.3% from the field. He was a 4 out of 12 from the field, so not efficient at all. And he didn't make a single three-point shot. He was 0 out of 3 from the three-point line, and he didn't attempt a free throw. He was 0 out of 0 from the free throw line. So the Lakers did a really good job, throwing our defensive players. And in the starting lineup, we had, a Taurean Prince defensive player, Jared Vanderbilt's defensive player. We had Jackson Hayes defensive player, and we had Ospreys, D'Angelo Russell. But our backcourt is just not very athletic, so that's why the Lakers are in search for a DeJounte Murray because he's very athletic. He could blow past the defender. He can attack at the rim. He has a nice mid-range game, but that's what he's known for. Not the greatest three-point shooter, even though he's improving, shooting around at least 38%. Last season, shot around 34%, but he would really help the Los Angeles Lakers team with his defense. Two-way defender, but I will say he's not the same defender that he used to be when he was on the San Antonio Spurs. But if he can get back to that, then it won't be a problem, right? And the Hawks are just not a really good defense team, right? Their plan is to keep, Trae Young and, Jalen Johnson. But let me know in the comment section, how do you guys feel about today's video? Make sure you guys voice your opinions in the comment section. What do you guys think of D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reaves, and our head coach? Because he got exposed last night, and I think it's time for him to get fired, because I think we could save our season, especially with the way the Lakers played last night, with no LeBron James, no Anthony Davis, no Cam Reddish, and that the fact that Jared Vanderbilt didn't play in the second half. And, Rui Hachimura took that role, stepped up big time, and we won the game. That was the most important thing. But that was surprising. I'm out of here. Peace.